Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of my road to 3500. Right away you'll see the words coming out of my mouth is not really lining up with the words I'm saying on camera. The reason is because the audio file corrupted from when I'm saying on camera in the actual match, so I'm doing this audio pre-post production kind of thing. Anyways, right now we have a very special hopefully it's not too bad. So right now we have a very special matchup lined up because we're playing Zdenek for the rematch in the battle for the crown. We decided to play two matches with him. Both of them are going to be commented by each of us, and he's going to post a video of himself doing the commentary on his channel, Backgammon Coaching, which is a great backgammon channel. It posts many great positions every single day. He also analyzes some important matches played in tournaments. So yeah, Zdenek Zizka needs no introduction. He's one of the young studs of backgammon, like myself. You might say it's the Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi of backgammon, sort of say, which is fun anyway. I'm very happy to be up here in my position now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the match. We're still waiting for him to create it because he said he would, and we'll see what he gets. Yeah, these matches are very interesting. You guys are in for something. Some very special, I don't know, a couple of back games, I guess, things happened, a couple of weird positions. Both of us played very well for it, but we actually managed to, oh, we'll see what happens in the PR. And I do apologize once again about the lip syncing problems, but hopefully it's not too terrible. It's still, watchable. Worst comes to worst, you guys can. Oh, worst comes to worst, we'll have Wilson edit out the camera. He's there. He is there, and good match then, Yak. So right away it starts with 5-4. Of course, it's split and come down. Two downs also reasonable, but it's not the best play. Okay, double threes. So he's going to come in and he's going to make the 5 point. And where's his best thing? So here I think the best three is to just step up. So seeing as it is post production, I did see the XG files, but I'm trying to say like I would play it again without listening too much about the XG analysis. So I will make mistakes in commentary, sort of say what's on my mind without focusing on what's the right play or not, because even though I've seen it already. So 5-3, I think he should probably just make the 3 point here, which he does. And now we have a nice position. It's a prime versus prime early game. 6-2, I think I should hit. And I do end up hitting here because you want to take away a tempo. The problem with not hitting is that it lets him either come out or make the 4 point or the 7 point. So I hit, and there's also not really much better as 6. It's either that or play 13-5, which so it's an easy play. Here we should duplicate threes. You see the 3 to cover on my 3 point. You see the 3 that I have to use to hit. So see there, 3-6. Now I'm gonna hit because that have to be better than covering the 3 point. The problem with covering it is that he just makes his 4 point, which is better than the 3. And also, if you realize that once you hit and you come out to the 15 point there, the threes are duplicated, so it has to be worth it to do like this. 3-3 already hits. But the question is which one? And this is actually a very interesting play. Personally, I thought he should. Actually, no. The right play here is to hit, come in at 21 and hit in the 10 point. The reason is because the blot on the 22 on my own 3 point is a bit of a liability when you hit, because I have to come in and roll the perfect number to cover it, which is a 4-3 or a 2-3 or a 1-3. But the blot on the 10 point is a lot more ways to safety it. And also you want to play a 4 to the 21 point to create the best advanced anchor. So that's why hitting on the 10 is the best play, and Zenet's going to find it, of course. So if you're thinking about making a 21 point here, just making an anchor, it's wrong. Hitting's always better than the anchor, and here you sort of let me, if you make the anchor, you let me play into my role. What I mean by that is just let me have my entire role. I have all the momentum, sort of thing. So I'm just a big favorite. So tier is it's better just to make the 23 point than hit, because hitting just leaves too much. You only have a lot. This is a nice 3-2. Definitely thought about making the 4 points like this. The problem with that is it gives him too much, and we're actually outboarded now. So we'll just play like this. Hopefully he doesn't roll a 3. And now double sixes is actually a terrible roll because he has to come around like this. And here I think I do end up cubing this. The reason is Reason is because we're ahead in the timing and we can escape with sixes. So if you look at the follow-up rolls for this thing, for this position here, you'll see that he'll crunch a lot earlier than I do because he's way ahead in the race. There's a huge problem in prime versus prime. And of course it's an easy take because he still has a great structure. He doesn't have any buried checkers yet. And I still roll like a double five, which is completely destroying my position. So 3-2 here, I wanted to play playing big. Reason is because I want to sort of play pure and strong because I'm behind in the race. You know, he did end up rolling the 3-5 there, but it was best just because it gives me the best options to make the 4 point, which is my most important point to make. So 5-3, nice fan. 2-1, 9-6, I think, which is what I end up playing. Yeah, seems reasonable. Just bring an extra bullet to the 6 point. It's never usually a bad idea. What's he thinking about here? He's probably talking about something. Anyway, like I said, I don't know if I forgot to mention it, but he's doing a simultaneous commentary and match showing on his channel, Backgammon Coaching. So go check that out once you're done with this one. 4-4 is terrible. He has to break the 7 point. It's a good roll for me, and now I have to hit. And now I thought about lifting here, but the problem with this is my plan is still to play pure and play for the prime. Like this, I still have problems making the 4 points. So you want to just hope he doesn't roll a 4 or a 3 so you can make it next time. So here this is an interesting play because 23-13 is basically forced at least twice, and then we can think about either making the 7 point like this, or just coming around like the original play I showed, just coming everybody out. And the problem with this play is while it does one more gammons, it also destroys way too much structure. Even if he hits here, it is a double shot instead of a 1.5 shot, but he still has to escape. And look at rolls like 3-4, he has to hit and then leave a shot in our board anyway. So this is why just playing everybody out is better. Is he going to hit? No, he doesn't. That's a bad roll. Double 5 comes in, and now he just plays safe. Yeah, like this. You want to make the 4 with the 4, and you want to just come in because it's the best 2. So 6-4 hits there probably, and just probably comes. No, this is an error. You don't want to make the ace. You want to stay for the prime. 2-1's a nice roll. He makes a 23 point on my head, and now if he rolls a 6 here, he can actually have a very strong game going. But he doesn't, luckily for me. It's a bad roll. He probably has to just play safe. 3-1 makes a 2 point. You want to shift to lower points. The 3 point, 2 point better than the 6.5 point here. So this is an interesting double 6. I think I want to play for outfield control, something like this. Yeah, it seems reasonable. If he rolls a 6 now, he can roll a 5. I think both those plays are probably pretty close. There's a 6 that we want him to roll. So 6, and where's the 3? Probably keep going. And he can lift, sure. Does duplicate the 5. That's a nice 4-3 for me. 6-4 is good. 5-3, just play 14-6, and we're off to an easy gammon in here in game 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-2, just play like this. Yes, because you want to play big for get the gammon. And do this a couple times here. For example, with this. And not this 3-1, but the roll coming up. This 3-2, yeah, this is it. So when your opponent's crunch like this, you can afford to take risks when you're playing for the gammon. And that's what it do there. Just try to play a little bit bigger, try to take just slight more risks so they can get a gammon. I mean, what's the worst case scenario is that he hits and I just enter high anyway, like immediately. If he had a better board, he'd a little bit more careful. The 3-2 might still be right because it was the best way to get a gammon. But here it's just everything else must be a blunder. So there we go, 4 points in game 1. Nice gammon, gave a nice cube. 6-5, of course, he should hit twice like this. Double 3s. I guess he just make the 5 point. You could make the 3, which doesn't break the 8 and unstacks to 6, but I think he should make the 5 because he still has a lot of work to do. Even if he rolls 6-1, he still has a blot in the 7, still has a blot in the ace. And you want to make your best point. So here you should make a 7 point instead of going and making the ace. 3-1's a nice roll. 5-1 just hits and or covers and splits. You cannot play 13-7 here. You need the advanced anchor. Now's the time or he's going to get crushed. So 5-1, I thought about hitting here, just playing like this. The problem with this is it doesn't really do much. Neither does hitting twice. So the best play here, which I ended up playing, is just 13-7, just waiting for him to roll. Like why do you want to waste a checker here? Your game plan right now is just to prime him out. It's just too impure to play to the ace point and doesn't accomplish too much with only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 checkers in the zone at the time. So here he has to play out and he has to come down. It's an easy play. Okay, now this is a different story. I see it right away too. You don't want to play 13-7 here because it allows him too much tempo gain, gives him too much momentum, either making an inner board point or escaping the checker on my 17 point or on his 17 point. So hitting's better, and also we have the extra checker in the zone just to try to gain a tempo back. Not even just to blitz him out, just to really just throw him off a bit, like edge off his timing. So 1-3, at least we stop him from making this the 5 point, but of course he's going to hit. And he should step up to keep connection between his checkers. Yeah. 3-1, this is an interesting play. I could either just unstack or just try to go like this, give myself fives as well to come out. And I think I end up going like this. It's probably pretty close, but I went like this just to try to play for mobility purposes. I mean, the chances are he's just gonna come out with the guy on the 21 point anyway, so really sort of distributing your checkers to the 5 point sort of becomes a mute point. This is not a good roll. She just makes the 4 point, sure. 3-4 is a nice roll. And double fours. It's a great shot. Plays 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much plays itself. Now this 4-2 is an interesting play. So right away I see coming out, but I think staying back because you're way behind in the race is probably a better idea. The only best way to do it is like that. I mean, you can come 4 and then 2 or 2 and then 4 in. It doesn't really do much. And this is an interesting play to 6-3. So right away, you see the 2 inner board blots that I have, and you think that now is the time to play pure. Now is the time to take a bit of chance, because even if I come in, I still have those 2 inner board blots you can just pick up next time anyway. So the best play I see here is just to try to get off the 17 point, to 17-14, after 13-7, of course. Because what's the worst that can happen? I can come in and I could come down with the 2, or come hit with the 5, and it's all duplicated because 5s, 2s are entering numbers anyway, and 2 is even the cover number. But Zdenek has a very interesting play here. I don't think it was terrible, but yeah, he thinks for a while. He thinks about playing just lifting and coming in, which is not the right idea. The reason is because you want to, because I have the 2 inner board blots, so you really want to play pure. You want to try to do something that can improve your position in the long run rather than just playing safe now. Take the precedence. The other option is, I guess, just 2 off the midpoint. But I don't know. I think 17-14 is just the best idea. Just trying to improve your long-term outlook rather than just playing safe now, but playing 7-4 after, and also just eliminates a checker from play. It's not really a good play at all. Wasted Dilly Builder, strips your midpoint after the hit, which is going to enter and cover it on a point anyway. So hitting here is really more of a game to create tempo rather than just to hit me, just to send me behind in the race or try to blitz me out, because that's not going to happen. Because I'm way behind in the race anyway, and I have a 22 point against a bad structure from him. So yeah, he's still going to think here. It's a hard play. I don't blame him. But again, my play would just be 17-14 and 13-7. And he plays like this. Look at me, I'm shocked that he played like this. I mean, it's an interesting play. Again, he sees the two plots on board. He wants to create the structure. He sees the 5 point as a huge problem for the long run, so he's trying to cure it now. But here I have a 2-4. I miss terribly. So I have a choice in either hitting or just covering the point. And here it just leaves like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plots or outboarded. It doesn't do anything. Just keep the anchor. Try to hit the if in case he rolls a bad roll. And now he has a cube because of volatility of making the 7 or the 5 point. And also my board is just not the best. If I had the 4 point made instead of it's slotted, probably be it's a small no double. But here the score helps him out. There's not many gammons here, but he sees the volatility. He sees the score. So yeah, it's just he sends the cube and it's worth it. Yeah, it's still an easy take for me. I mean, he still has to make the 5 point or the 7 point or both. Then 3-4 is a bad roll. How does he play it? So you're gonna make the 5 for sure. You can't not make the 5 here. That's where you have to. And the best four is either coming down or just playing 17-13. And I guess you want to duplicate 5s by playing 17-13 like this, yeah. And he finds it. So there's 1. 2, 3, 4 is just 13-7. There don't really anything better than that. You don't want to play 13-11-3 because it breaks more contact than you have to. 6-2, he has a choice now to either making the 7 or playing safe. And I think he should play safe because my board is simply too good for him to be risking making the 7 point right now. But he does. Interesting play. I guess it's just not, that was a hard decision. I still have to hit the shot. And if I don't hit, you win more gammons. So I guess in the name of gammons, it's probably okay to just play like he did. So now he has a choice either between slotting the dew point or just playing 13-7 twice. He's going to count numbers. If you're thinking of something like 13-7, 13-10, 8-5, it's not correct because now is not the time you want to leave an indirect shot. It's simply too much. 2-1, just 2 down. And 5-4 is a nice roll. There's 4-3. Yeah, that's the best. You don't want to bring it in like this. You just still want to play a little bit pure, not too scared as of yet getting gammon. Now with everybody in. 4-2. He has a choice here, either playing 2 to the deuce or 6-4, 5-1. Here I think that just 6-4, 5-1, or it's probably better just because you want the checkers on the 4 point are always better for racing value. And yeah, you end up with this ugly stack like 2-3-2, which is never a good plan in the end game here. But he rolls a nice 5-2. Looks like he's coming in for an easy 2 points. But he rolls a 6-3, and there's my 3. And wow. And now we're a huge favorite. 3-4 playing battlefield control seems reasonable. It's not a cube yet, but I'm definitely starting to think about it. Trying to maximize builders for a 7 point. And here I'm going to really just go into a think. So if you don't know yet, your take point here for the trailer is about 9.5%, which means I want to be right around there before I send a double here. So here I'm trying to calculate, seeing that, even after, so you know that when the opponent has 5 off, it's an easy take, or it's a double for money, but that's only 75%. So I decided to wait here, which is a hard decision. I also seen someone like this in Mochi versus Hideaki match in the UBC final. Hideaki actually missed a Q if I remember correctly in that one, but here I send it now because you have the 7 point slotted. If you make it, it's just Jin basically, and it's actually an easy pass. So maybe I missed a cube. I don't remember correctly, but it's always hard because you know if you send it too early, it's gonna be a massive blunder if you miscalculate something. It's just hard. So 6-2 plays itself like this. 4-1, he should come down, he should hit. It's easy enough. Nice roll 4-2. 4-2 makes hit the 11, yeah. 5-2, not much going on. And 6-3, I think you should just make the 21 point. I mean, what does it do to hit? What are you really accomplishing besides saving a 6 or a 5? I think you should just anchor here, try to play a contact game, hope I don't roll 6 and hit me next time. And he's thinking about the hit. But again, I think it's just 21, 24, 21 is probably better. I'm trying to make the anchor what you can. You know, you really want to make the anchor with the 3s anyway. What's your thought going into the roll to just anchor up? And the best 6 is probably just down. I mean, what are you going to do, slot? But he's running out of time here. Actually, that 6-3, and when he slotted the 5 was a hard play, but he does decide to hit, which is interesting, and it saves me from running out. Now I don't really have a choice. I have to enter high because I don't want to get prime myself. Best one is just like this, and now he's sort of into this predicament where he has to hit. He has to hit, and he has to come out with the 5 to duplicate the 4s. Hope that I don't roll a 5 or a 4, in which case he can make the 5 prime if he rolls another good number. You know, it's not that good of a roll. He would have loved to either make even if 3-2 was better. Even a 2-1 was better. I mean, double 6 he would take. And I get lucky with this 4-1, nice. Double 1, nice roll from him, and now I'm in trouble. So here I just obviously you're gonna make the 4 point because you don't want to make the 5 here because the 8 point's still part of your prime. Here I decided to do this in the name of I wanted to come down in the name of sort of the block placement theory. You don't want to leave a 2-shot with the third checker and a 24 point, giving him a tempo gain to come out. So I decided to go like this, but he ended up hitting me anyway. So now he needs to hit, needs to split, because he cannot stay on the 24 point with 3 guys for very long. It's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, that's a nice fan from him. Now he has to come out for sure. He has to decide on the 1. Probably the best one here is just to play 24 to 23. You can't stay on the 24 point, and you see right away my midpoint is stripped, so you can afford to leave the 2 blots, sort of like this, yeah. Double 2 is a nice roll. I guess he just makes the 3 point, or makes the 9 point. Yeah, you can make the 9 point. That's a nice play. So now I really want to come in on the 4, obviously, because it escapes with the 6s, but I can't because I need that 4 to hit, and I don't have a good 3 otherwise. Now I'm just getting crushed. Let turn on auto roll. It's a habit, even though I'm gonna auto roll anyway because it's Crawford. 6-5 comes out. 5 just plays 12 to 7. That's better than 13 to 8. That's a nice roll for me. Sort of gives me a bit of counter prime going. Here has to step up with the 1. I think you should hit with the 3 just to get me off the 21 point. You don't want me to make it. But you don't really care about losing a gammon, so I could see this play being better. But again, I would just play I would have hit there. This is an interesting play because you can hit, stop him from coming out immediately, or you can make a 21 point. Here I think this is better just because I mean this you're still in a lot of trouble. Look what happens if you roll 4 next time, you know, you're getting destroyed. Here at least you're sort of in it for the long run, and it allows you to jump out with 6s. Hopefully that he doesn't roll a 6 last roll, and he doesn't, he rolls 4-2. It's not really a good roll. I guess he comes down and in sort of thing. Or like this, that's fine. Now this is an easy play for me. You gotta see it to know it, but you gotta hit with the 5 and the next 6 just to come out. Here he has an option of either covering or hitting. Again, I would have just hit because they don't care about losing a gammon, but obviously the other thing is that take away tempo by hitting, so I would have hit. But there's 4, which is not correct because you want to step up with the 2. And the next 3 is just to play like this. So 1-6 just like that. 6-3 is a nice roll, and he rolls the 2. He rolls the 1. He finally gets a nice roll. Right away, I look at this switch play, and I don't think that's correct because you still want to play pure. Hopes he rolls like a double five or something, which would completely crunch him instead of being an amazing roll with the switch. So I decide to. I think it's best to just slot the 7 point here and then do it over the board. Just because you still want to play a little bit pure. You don't really care about getting hit that much. You don't care about losing a gammon. Might as well try to go for something there. So 6-3 has to hit, of course, and 3 it doesn't really matter. I wanted to come out. Just because you have to escape with sixes anyway. It probably keeps a little bit more contact value, which is what's important there. So 4-3 just comes in, comes down. Now I want to escape with a 6 badly. 4-3, yeah. Nice roll with the 5-2, just breaks it properly. And 6-5 is not a good roll because he has to play like this. And just one double six, and I'll be a huge favorite in this position. But until then, we're just breaking our board. There's a double six. That was coming. Been getting real lucky in this match. This game so far. So 4 into the 6 points, better than bringing into the 5 point. 2-1, just come down like that. 5-1, just playing like this now is just better. It gives you better double fives, I guess. 2-1 like that. 5-3 comes off, splits. And now it's a pretty close game, actually. 6-4, yeah. Come on, we're actually a big favorite now, especially after Den. That 6-3 helps. But we just need him to not roll a 3. Okay, and he gets the 5-4. So, alright, let's play another game. It always helps for PR, these post Crawford positions. There's no cube action. I have a free draw, but I decided not to take it with the 4-1. I mean, you probably could if it's 6-5, but there it's just better to save it for later. Here, I guess you should. No, I wouldn't have done that. I would probably just split and come down. But you do have 9 in the zone, so maybe that was the best play. Here, this is better than just double hitting. You know, you want to play sort of for the anchor there. Double hitting doesn't really do much. You know, even if he makes a 5 point now, I still get the anchor on a 3. 4-6 jumps out to 15 point. 2-1's a decent roll. I need to hit on the 20 point. I need to go like this so he doesn't roll a 3. Yeah. 2 and 3, I guess you just hit. Just try to go for something. You don't care about losing a gammon. If this was a 0-0 game, you would consider stepping up here. But here it's just you don't care about losing a gammon. You really want to win a gammon. You might as well just try for something by hitting. And he does. So there it is. I want the 7 point because it blocks his 24 point, and I want to step up. Not too scared about the blitz value as of yet. 3-1's a nice roll. He gets to hit and make the 5 point, and that's a better roll for me. Not the end of the world. So 2-1, I think he should just safety up 24, 23, 15, 13 seems very reasonable. He's on the 20 seconds though. So there it is. Now I want to split, and I want to come down, I think. Even though it does lose a little bit more gammon if he rolls a 6-2 or 6-1 or something like that, I'm not too scared of his blitz value. Unless he rolls double 1, which is an excellent roll because it does this, and 4-5. Now he's a big favorite. So 6-5 comes out with a 6 for sure. And I guess you play like this. Yeah, you didn't want to hit there because you had to come out with the 6. You can't just prime yourself. So double 4, yes, he actually has to. No, he doesn't have to switch. You hit loose in the 2 point. So he could play sort of like this. Yeah, this seems reasonable. And that's a nice 3-3, and I'm in trouble. But I rolled 2-2. Getting lucky this game. Watching it back, you just see how lucky you're getting. So one, you really want to step up, but you don't have a good forward in. So you just make the 8. Here's a choice either making the 7 or stepping up all the way. I think you should actually step up here because you're trailing in the. Actually, no. You should make the 7. The reason is you need to count the numbers. You see bad double fives. He plays my original instinct. I'm not sure. That was a difficult play. Here we go, and another choice, either switching here or playing to the 3 point. Problem with switching is that it just ruins your purity. You want to keep your prime for as long as possible in this prime versus prime. Doing this, what are you accomplishing with the hit? You don't care about losing a gammon anyway. Okay, but it's really ugly to bury a checker in a 3 point forever. I mean, this is tricky, but yeah. So I see the tempo gain from hopefully letting fans followed by me jumping out with sixes or fives. But it's just not worth it because it ruins too much of your purity. Too much of your purity, too much of your structure. 4-2 is a bad roll, and now he should come out. He has to come out with 6-3 from the 21 point because he has to play for outfield control. Yeah, it's an easy play actually, and he doesn't do it. So that one I'm sure he's wrong on. So 6-1 he's gonna come out now anyway, and he gets punished because I rolled 6-2. He would have had a nice position that I missed had he not. Had he come out 6-3 last time. So 2-2, I guess he just make that point and swing around to there, sure. 3-1, I think it's best not to hit. The reason is because you don't really want to get hit back. You're trying to play for the race. It also probably loses more gammons too. 5-2, this is a hard play. But yeah, I think this was best now. Again, the same reason as before, you got to play for contact value. And double sixes just wins. So he's going to come out with 1 for sure. He's going to come out with 2, 3 for sure. And think about the last one. That was the best last one. 4-2 is a nice roll because it makes the 8 point. It blocks my sixes. 5-3 is okay. Let's see, 5-1 like that, sure. 6-3 like this. Yeah, nice roll. Yes, a double hit now because it wins the most gammons. 5-4, you should make the ace, yeah. There's a nice covering number. Maybe in was better. It's close. But he's off to an easy gammon now. Actually, he's off to, what is it, like 46% gammons? Now it's a lot more because he has 3 off. Now I should probably do like this, yeah. There it is, nice roll. He's going to take 4 off, of course. I come in, come out. And I really want to save the gammon. There's a 5-3, just comes in on the way. That was a bad roll. Now he's a huge favor to get a gammon. Now we need a 6. Now we need a 6, and I don't did it. So there we go. DMP in the first game here. Got a bit unlucky to get gammon in there, but so it goes. Easy take, and he gets a 4-2, a nice 4-2. 6-5 runs out. And double fours, and he's a huge favorite now. Now 6-2, this is a tricky play. The problem with coming out here is that you're not really ahead enough in the race. It's better just to try to risk running into a triple shot like that. I mean, you're ahead 5 pips, he just hits you and then he's back up. Or he just makes a 7 point in your head. So here it's better just to unstack, force him to hit you from his 20 point. 1, that's a nice roll. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, he's just thinking about hitting. I don't think it's right here though. I think he's just swing around. 5-3, no real option. And he crushes me. And that 2-1 is a huge roll. Keeps me in the game. If I had fan there, I would have been in a lot of trouble, as you can see. But I missed the 5-2 anyway. The best play here is just play like this, I guess. In and in. Now he shouldn't leave a shot. Like he can't. He has to play like this. And here's an interesting play because I don't think he should make the 8 and clear the 9. I think he should just play 13-3 twice like this. So now here I'm thinking about stepping out, but I quickly disregard it because it just gives him too much, like 4-1. And here I don't think it's right to leave a shot. I mean, you just play 6-1, and he gets punished for it. He gets punished for it. 4-3 like that. 4-2 in. Just need not to crunch. That double three is not going to help. 5 or 6, we get 2-1. Just keep going you guys forward. And now it's a bad roll. Got to think about playing 3-1 here. The reason is because it leaves less shots. You can see the 5s just come into the 5 point like that. There you go. Try to clean up your guys. And that's it. Pretty generous. Rolls a couple double sixes in a row. It's already saying thanks. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said at the beginning, we're gonna play another match here. Let's go another one now. We don't need to wait. Do the analysis at the end. Let's wait for the PRs. I think we both played pretty well. I don't remember exactly what it was. There it is. We take it points from him. Bringing me closer to 3,300. He played well too, of course, but 15 mistakes. What happened there? Only one blunder though, which is all that really matters in the end. But still got to do better than making 15 checker play mistakes. It's probably it's a mixture of playing a bit too fast and trying to do the analysis and playing at the same time. It's not that easy as it looks. But still, we managed to put a 3.0 up, which is fine. It's good enough to take points from Zdenek. So yeah, let's do the analysis at the end. We sort of showed you some of the blunders there. He's going to step another one. There he is. And let's see if we can take points from him again. So 2-1. Best play here is actually split from the 24 point. It's like a 0.005 error, so it's not much. But it still is the best play if you're seriously obsessed with making the best play every time. 2-1 slot's only best if you're trailing in the match or at DMP. There it is, double 5. And this looks like a pass now. I mean, you're behind in the race. He way outboards you. I mean, you really have nothing going for you at all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is probably usually too much. So yeah, I pass it. 5-2 now is it's a decent roll. Well, it's better than giving up the first roll. Let's put it that way. 4-5 just comes out. You don't really want it. What's your option? Coming down with 2 is not great. So now you should come down. You should step up like this. And double 3s is a nice roll, but how do you play it? So this is the first option I see. Then I say, wait a second, I just want the 5 points. Then I say, wait a second. Say, wait a second again. Why would you want to break the 8 point to make the 5 point? And then I say it's probably just because the 5 point is the 5 point. 5 points to 5 point. You're probably gonna have a cube anyway. I keep playing like this because that's what I really, really want to do, but it's not there for me. I have to break to 7 to hit. And I make the 5 in the end. Now we have an easy cube. And it looks like another pass. I mean, I have the 6 point, 5 point, 4 point. When I have that, your opponent really needs a lot to take. Either an inward point or just, even though I have a little bit of bad structure here with 5 guys in the 6 point, it's still an easy pass, especially if you're up 1-0. Just pass it and plan out for the next one. You don't really want to get gammoned now. He's gonna think about it. We're probably talking over why it's a pass in his own channel. So 3-2, splitting down. 5-3 makes the 3 point. I wish I made the 5 point, but it doesn't. Like this, yeah, you have to get the anchor. 4-3 is a bad roll. You have to make the best of it, which is just like this. And what else are you gonna do? You can, no, not like that. There you go. Okay, now I guess you just come out. Just try to play for a bit of outfield control, going to make that 9 point. So now you can make this the 5 again, same decision as last time. You can make the 5 again, or you can make the 10. Looking back at it now, the 10 points does seem a little bit better, but I make the 5 point because he's on the roof, just trying to make the best innerboard point while you can. 2-5 is a decent roll. 2-5 is not a good roll now, but he has to come out. You can't stay on a 2 point because he has no better 3. There's double sixes. There's 1-2 for sure. Best 2 is just like this, yes. Reason is because you want to set yourself up for a cube next time. You know, imagine playing 2014 2 Yankers now, suddenly your cube is just vanished, you don't have anything anymore. You just double hit. Okay, and the fans, now it's an easy pass. Question is whether it's too good or not. And you can just imagine the next roll ahead. So you roll, even if you roll terribly, you roll like something like a 6-5, which is not a very good roll, which just brings 2 down, I guess. And he enters with 1, you still have a cube next time. So because of that, I think it's still too good because he has 2 on the roof that are just 1. So 5-4, the 4 should be down. And the question is whether the 5 you want to come out or not. But when you're playing on too good, you got to be careful. The reason is because you want to keep volatility as low as possible to set yourself up for a cube no matter basically the worst roll. So here you can see the only thing that really is going to save his cube is rolling double 2, 3s, or 4s. There we go, he enters twice. Now we just double him out. You can't take this. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the zone. Just way too many gammons. Hits with the 4-2. 5-4 plays, makes the best thing. 4-1 makes a 7. 2-1 you should come down. You should hit. Sorry. So 5-6 here. It's always better to hit like this than on like that. Reason is because you don't want to get hit back. You're ahead in the race now. You take the bad 6. But if you hit with the other way, he has all those good 1s and 6s and 4s and 3s to hit you back. So 4-1, I guess he should just make the 7 point. I mean, you can think about slotting here. It's probably not a bad play, but just blocking 6s seems very reasonable. 4-2 makes the 4. You can think about playing 14-8, but it's just not worth it here. But you do get punished. So 1-2 hit. Where's the 3-4? Either making a 3-point or hitting again. Obviously, hitting again is just going to be better. 5-4, you don't want to make the 3-point now. You want to just come down and play safe a bit. 4-2 is a nice roll from me. 6-3, it's not really a good roll, but I guess it just runs to the 13 point. The other option is just coming out and playing 11-8, but leaving the blot in front of the anchor is a better placement than leaving it in front of the stack, the midpoint. So yeah, he finds that pretty easily. I'm not thinking of doubling here. I'm just pointing out why it's better to play like this instead of playing to the 10 point. So double 5s now it's interesting because first thing you see is make the 8, and second thing you see is the come out. But the problem with coming out is you're barely ahead in the race, and you still have that straggler back there. If you had like 3 on a 20 point, it'd be right to come out, I think, or at least to come down with 2 and then make the 8. But here it just gives up control of the 20 point when you're only ahead by 8 pips. You know, you have a very reasonable alternative, just making another innerboard point. So I think I end up going like this. Double 3s. How's he gonna play this? I guess you don't have to come out again. It's for the same reason as last time. So you stay at the 20 point, and I guess you just play 13-10-3, going for another priming structure. Play it safe and 13-10 3 times. Seems very reasonable here. I mean, why do you want to, like, you don't really have many options either. Anything else besides that is going to leave a shot. That's the point. That's why this is the best play. There's 1-2 down for sure. So you're gonna make 10, and you're gonna think about the other 2. Blocking 5s is important here. So I'm thinking about switching here, just trying to stay back. But I end up coming forward because I want to cut out with 5s. So now he has some good rolls here, you know, 6-2, 6-4, 4-2, double 2, which he gets. There's 1-2. The other 2 is just in. Did a 6 again. Play a 10-4, 6-4, something like that. 3-4 is not a good roll. And he can't be cubing yet. He still has to wait a bit. Now he should hit. Even if he gets hit back, I just still just he still has that blot on a 23 point. 5-4 now. I think he should break the 8 points instead of the 7 points. The reason why is because you're ahead in the race, and it's much more pure and much more sort of robust and flexible to break the 8 and put the other checker on the 4 instead of on the deuce point. But if he plays like this, it's not going to be a big error, if at all. 5-1 makes the ace. It's a decent roll. It's much better than breaking the 8 than making the 2 point. Easy play. Okay, now he probably has to run. Run all the way even. 6-3 is a bad roll. It just makes this 1 point. And he's not enough ahead in the race to cube this yet. Still a bit of ways to go. 4-2 here, I think you should make the 2 point. The reason is because it gives you decent 6s. Actually, his 6s doesn't come down anyway, but you don't really want to leave a shot now. You don't want to hope to roll a perfecta like a 6-4 or something. Or doubles. And better than playing 14-8 and playing 10-8, 10-6. You're not ahead in the you're not enough ahead in the race for that yet. But okay, so has to play 14-8 and he gets punished for it. It's a great roll. But he gets me back, to be fair. And we fan, and that's the game over. If you're thinking about taking this, just see this. You have 4 blots out there. You're ahead in the race, or you're not ahead in the race. You're behind the race. You're ahead in the match, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, 4 blots. He still has way too many guys. He only has to get the 1 checker around. He barely have any prime structure at all, and he plays on too good even. I mean, it's such an easy pass. It's worth it to just take a look. Here he should hit, and you kind of think about the 2. And here I think it's better to lift, because like I said last time, when you're playing on too good, you want to try to avoid volatile positions. And now he's just crushing me. Some backgammons even coming into the game now, with 4 checkers on the roof, especially after that 5-3, which is a nice roll. So 6-1, just plays 6-5 is better than playing the 3-2 like that. Better distribution. 5 off 3-1 is best. Of course, you want to play for the gammon. You want to play for the backgammon. You don't want to clear your points yet. What are you scared of? I have a 5 point and a 2 point open. Oh, he does do that. Really? I would not have played like that, especially since at least 6-5 shot anyway. Okay, 5 off. Now he's thinking about a 3 off. This is an interesting decision now. But he's going to continue with his play of playing safe. Now he should definitely take 2 off. I think it's probably best to go for the backgammon there. But you gotta just shore up his gammon. I mean, it's basically gin. Now you can cheat for PR a little bit, keeping those guys there. Whenever the opponent has 4 or less, 4 or more checkers off, actually 5 or more, you can afford to wait. You see now I'm gonna get an extra PR decision just for saving a backgammon. It's not really fair to do that, but it's the way it works in this game, and the system definitely doesn't let you do it. So why not take advantage of it? 5-3 just makes a 3 point, sure. So he's at 3-2 now. In this score, he's actually going to be a lot more aggressive than me when it comes to cubing and gammonist positions. Why? Because he is 4 away and he wants to win the match on a gammon. He doesn't really want to just only win 2 points. He wants to win 4 and win the match. So he's going to be even like small no doubles for money become big doubles here. But here, I think it's still right to just make the 8 point. I mean, you could double hit for the sake of getting the gammon, but it doesn't do much. It doesn't do much at all. Making the 8 unstacks nicely. It sort of plays for the prime a bit, which is gammonish anyway. So here, 1-6 got to come out, or it can make the bar. Obviously, making the bar is better. You don't really want to give him a 4 shot now. You might as well just make a point of structure. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a nice roll. Just makes the 3 point twice. You don't want to hit. Hitting, you have a cube next time anyway, so you want to play a little bit safer. There's a 6-4, and I should run it all the way. It's an easy play, but now the cube's coming, and now I got to think about a take or not. This is actually a difficult decision for me, but because you still have some points of structure. You still have the two guys in 24 point, but you see the match. You see that the opponent is 4 away. You're gonna be passing a lot more, similarly to why he wants to cube earlier. He has what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11 in the zone, the perfect 4-point board. This can go wrong very, very, very quickly for me. So I think I'm just gonna pass. Play from 4-2. 6-3 just comes out, comes down. That's a nice roll. And the cube is coming unless he rolls a 4-3 or a 5-2. 4-1, that's it. The cube's coming. You have threats, you have volatility, you have gammonish position. And what do you if you don't want to cube this, what are you waiting for, really? It's time to sort of modify your cube structure, especially at trailing scores like this, because this is just a very obvious cube. But I still think he can take it. I mean, I have to roll a 5 to hit, either that or a 6-3 or something, or a 3-3, which is brilliant. Obviously escapes there and just comes down, hoping that he fans, in which case he's in a lot of trouble. There's a 2, 3 down, 2 down, 1 just steps up. Sure, why not? Thinking about covering, but like you already have a checker there. Why do you want to stack it up? And he gets to 4, it's going to save a lot of gammon, but he still needs another one quickly. So here, I think you should come out all the way, just sort of get your checkers home. But now looking back at this play does look better. But I make a small mistake, probably. It's not a big deal. Here, I don't want to make this point. I do not want to make the 10 point here, because why do you want to create a point of contact for your opponent when you don't have to at all? Just sort of play like this. That's a nice roll. And 4-2, you're trying to play safe. The problem with playing like this, that it leaves double sixes. Playing like this obviously leaves a 4-3 shot. So if you don't want to leave double sixes, you don't want to leave a 4-3 shot, best play just like this. Still leaves double 4, but double 4 is bad anyway. It's actually playable now. Whereas the other way it's I guess it's probably a little bit worse. But yeah, this is a good play. I do roll a double 4s, which is can prove a little bit of problematic, especially if it comes on right away like he does, and if I roll like a 6-2 or something. But I don't roll a nice 6-3. Just comes out. So 6-1, he wants to do like this, sure. He's getting gammon anyway. Might as well try to build those points up. Play like the 7 points coming out. So he's gonna do the same thing as me here. He's gonna cheat for PR. That's not really cheating because the system lets you to do it again, but just stay back until you're forced not to, kind of thing. Giving you an extra PR decision. 6-3. He's still gonna stay back. Watch how he does this. Okay, now he has to come out because if he stays there and I roll doubles, it's a backgammon. So there you go. He gets a decision for saving a backgammon. And that's it. So 6-4 Crawford. If you don't know your match equity tables, I think this is about 75. They did 75%. He has to win 2 games in a row. 3-5 is a hit. 2-4 is decision between either anchoring and coming down, but you don't care about losing a gammon, so it has to be better just to hit. Try to turn the tides on this. Try to make a big swing here. 1-6. You don't care about losing a gammon. Play for contact. 13-7 is also reasonable, but I don't think it was right just because it strips the midpoint. So 3-2, you can't really hit here, can he? Jeez, yeah, I guess he's, no, he doesn't need a gammon. So the play has to be the 15 to 11 or 16 to 11. At least that's what I would do. I mean, double hit, it was reasonable. Now he has an interesting play. He's got to hit twice and make the ace, or he can just to make the 5 and hit on the 7. I still think. I mean, you want to make your 5 point, right? So I think you just do that. You don't care too much about the blot and the ace. If anything, it's a good thing you get picked up again, gets recirculated around. It makes it a better priming structure. So you make the 5, and the next two is just a hit on the 7. He's thinking about it still. I guess it's two positions probably pretty close. But again, you don't. This is the 13-1 play would be a play if it was like 5-3 and you really needed a gammon. But as of now, you just want to win. Best way to win is just making the 5 point. I do believe. He's gonna think about it. Probably gonna explain it. This is the best play, and he explains it properly in his channel. It proves why he's still a better player than me. It gets close between us, but I still think Zdenek's probably a little bit better than I am. Even though I beat him on the crown thing last time. So 5-2, now he can't hit. He has to make the 2 points. 4-6 comes out. No better 6 really. And 5-2, I think he should just come out here. Come out, go 21-14. I mean, you have to come out eventually, right? Might as well take a chance now while I don't have a board. What are you gonna wait for me to punish you? The other players are playing 13-11, 13-8. But the problem with that is I don't think you're ready to break the midpoint yet. Just come out. Hopefully I don't roll like a 4-2 or something. Or hopefully I don't hit with my double shot. Just thinking about it. It's pretty easy play to me, to be honest. Just to run out all the way. But he does. And I miss, which is why I should run out. Double 3 is decent, I guess. It's probably one of the best non-hitters. Just play safe with the 5-3. You have to. You have to just play safe. And let's go 5-3, making a 10 point, 6 away from the gap on the 4. Why not? It's never a bad idea to do that. Now he has a choice either playing 6-1 or playing 11-6. Here I say that playing 6-1 is probably a little bit better because it allows for better opportunity to make the 7 point, make the 9 point with the 4-2. Okay, he plays 11-6. Now he's playing 6-1 anyway. Wouldn't change anything in the end. No, it's hard. It's hard to chuck a checker in the ace point. Here, I'm never gonna leave that 23 point unless I'm like absolutely 100% forced to. You just want to. This gives you the best opportunity for contact. If you're like a 3-3, I'm just gonna break the midpoint. It's always hard to run when you're ahead in the race. So 5-3, he has to make the 3 point. You can break the 11, but you just need to make it when you can. So here I play like this. The reason is because I want that. I see that stripped midpoint. It seems stripped outside everywhere, and I really, really want him to leave a shot. I'm not scared at all about him rolling a 1 and having me to come back in. Because, it just gives me a 5-2 back game. Like, worst case scenario if I'm hit. Or you just come in and come out. But anyway, he rolls 6-5, which is a terrible roll. He has to play like this. And we punish him for it. Now we're a massive favorite. We have to come out somehow. Probably like that. 4-2. I don't think so. You're gonna hit with a 2, and you gotta think about a 4. So first play is just to hit again on the ace point. But I'm not a fan of that play. The reason is because it gives him more shots. Now it's 1s and 2s, and you have to cover it next time anyway. You have to roll a perfecta, like a 5 or a 1. That's not good. But this I think it only leaves 2s. It leaves a little bit of 1-6 action or a 1-1 action, but it's still better than leaving the 2 shots in the board. And he misses. Now we're just gonna hit him off the ace, get him off the anchor. There's a 6-3, just plays like this. 5-4 comes in, probably comes out. What are we scared of about him rolling the ace to come in? That will make it when you can. And that's still with the break. That's a bad roll, but it's not the end of the world. So there's a 3. There's a 1, probably just giving double 6s instead of a 6-5. And now this is a tricky play for me. Because on one hand you can hit and risk like breaking with double 3s next time anyway. Or you just come out now, playing for the raise, trying to bring your checkers home. You don't care about getting a gammon. I decided to play like this. But nevertheless, 6-4 is easy, just pick some passes. Now you're basically home free unless you roll like a double 3s, which you don't. Double 5 is going to clean up pretty nicely, pretty nicely. Just don't roll a 6-5 now, and you don't. You roll 5-1. There it is. That's about it. Thanks, Zdenek, for the match. He played very well, as he usually does. I mean, he was a champion on Galaxy for a while before I was, for a reason. He's just an excellent player, and let's see what the PR is. Sure enough, he plays basically 0. It's pretty hard to beat a guy when he plays like that. I mean, I played well, but I still made a couple of mistakes. Six checker mistakes is not great for me, but I mean, it's just world class play. So anyway, thanks to Zeniak. Once again, go check out his version of these matches where he does the commentary back on Backgammon Coaching on YouTube. I'm sure he'll do another great job as he usually does. Now I want to sort of analyze them. So I'm gonna download here, show you my nice Toronto Maple Leafs background. Let's go Leafs. Hopefully they get out of the first round this year. Let's be honest, it's probably unlikely. They have to play probably either Tampa or Boston. But you never give up when you have Austin Matthews, best player in the world. Don't at me. So what did he play? He said he played 3.05 on a year. And it turns out that actually he played better than me in the first match too. So 3-ply was sort of mistaken here. I don't know. There he is. 3.34, 3.37 is the PRs in terms of 4-ply. So still strong for me, but just one too many checker mistakes to be able to take him out. This double 3 we talked about earlier is why it's okay. I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm waiting for now. Sorry, guys. Probably showing you that I won on the PR and the 3-ply, but in 4-ply it switched. Well played, as Daniak. Like I said, he's probably still a little bit better than me. He has been playing for a while. He has written a book after all. An excellent book, by the way. Go buy that if you haven't yet. What am I? I'm trying to switch the games around. That's what I'm trying to do because had some complaints in the last one that it was annoying that I was not on the bottom instead of the top. But I can't figure it out for some reason. I'm trying to find all these ways to switch it around, like to switch positions, board orientation. That's not it. I don't know where it is. Sorry guys. If you want to leave a comment that tell me how to switch the players around, let me know. But otherwise, I just can't figure it out right now. So just imagine that I'm playing on the top and Zenek's on the bottom. Just look at these positions individually. So 3-3, already talked about this. Why it's better to step up rather than just come down like you did. Reason is because you're not scared of my blitzing structure. What was the next one? It's double take. Yeah, it's a nice cube from me. It was basically borderline, but you see you're way ahead in the timing. A lot can go bad for him. Here, just 10-7, 9-6 is interesting. It took me a while to figure out why this was right, and then I realized it's because the 6s are duplicated, either making the 4 or coming out when you play 10 or 9-6 instead of 10-7. Like this, look, you roll 6-2, how do you play it? Really want to come out, but you can't, so you might as well play 10-7 to give you good 5s. Okay, this is an interesting play. On one hand, you want to hit, but I thought this was better just for going for outfield control, but turns out it's just better to bring another checker to cover the guy up. And this is a cool play. This is something I have to look at more. The best play is playing 7-1 here too. 7-1 twice here. Hopefully he rolls a 5 so you can hit him and get the gammon. I mean, that's a fascinating play. It's sort of like a mini trap play. Well, it's not a mini trap play, it is a trap play. But obviously, and the other thing I look at this, double 5s are blocked anyway. Double 5 at 12 point blocks double 5s. The best you can do with double 5s is just come out twice. So okay, let's look at the second one. This is the first game again. What am I doing, you schlub? Yeah, this play. this play I should have come out. I realized it right away after too. It's just better. It's just better contact value, really. You know, and playing on the 22 point, you're sort of priming yourself, and also you don't really want to leave two blots in your board, because then it opens them up to do like to do the pure plays, which he rolls in the 6-3. And this 6-3 was fascinating too. I wanted to play 17-14. Where was that? That was the 70.071 error. It was better than the play he made in the end, but the best play was just to come down twice off the midpoint. Why? For the good fives and making the 5 point after, I think. And also it only leaves one blot instead of two. But we already explained why his play was wrong in this stream. We said that, I mean, it's just too much. You start on the five now, and now I have fives, good twos, good five, good one, or good 5-1, good 5-2, good 5-3, good 5-4, good 5-5 even. Whereas here, you know, if he plays like this, we can't cover and hit him at the same time. So that's why it's better just to bring down two times. Any other mistakes in this match? You accused me here. Yeah, we talked about this. It was a close double, but it was an obvious take. Some of these smaller plays that you missed, like this, better structure to have 2 points on two guys on the 4 point instead of on the 2 point. All right, now we have this 4-3. Yeah, this is an interesting play. Here I wanted to come out like this because I figured it would give me the best shots to hit him after he rolls 1-6. But I guess it's better just like this, try to play for maximum outfield control, and it's unlikely he's gonna roll 1-2 next time anyway. So that's why that was better. Let's go to game three. Game three, play pretty much this double three. Yeah, I screwed this one up. You want to slot because it's just better distribution of your checkers. I mean, I wanted to come down, but looking at it better, it just looks clearly better to do like this. I don't know what I was thinking really. I guess I didn't want to give him the tempo gain of hitting me on the 24 point to 22. I figured it was better just to do like this. Couple mistakes from him. Let's skip those for now. Just 4-4. Yeah, there it is, a switch. I could roll over that, but the double four, if you go back to that play, the best play was to switch, which is very interesting. And this 4-6, again, I wanted to come out. I don't care about getting gammon. I figured this is the best way. I had to roll a 6 eventually, but this was better just because you're still ahead in the race a bit. No, if the other way, if he hits you, now he's ahead in the race. And here's his blunder. We called him out on this one, actually. Yeah, see, like this, it gives me full outfield control just to come out and around. Come out all the way, I mean. If I roll a 6-3 now, well, I can't hit, but I don't. He doesn't have many shots anymore on my checker that I just escaped. Whereas the other way, now he has fully outfield control. Now I have to get full perfecta to be able to escape and be missed. And that's why it's just such a big blunder. You're not really scared about the one to hit. I mean, you just have so many indirects anyway. And that's really like a double one. This was a hard play for me. It turns out you want to hit just to try to sort of close him out to get your checkers around. Instead of just doing like this and gives him, not only does it give him the indirect shots, but it also doesn't let him take away doesn't give me the option of closing him out and running at my checkers when he's on the roof. No, I didn't want to leave an ace shot 'cause I didn't want another guy back there, but it's at least you send another guy back. Last game here, 5-6, played pretty much perfectly. So yeah, let's go over to the next one before we close it out here. This one you played like world class. You don't really have many decisions to be fair, but still, you gotta play a zero when you have no decisions. So yeah, 1.16, 2.48. I mean, 2.48 is still good, but obviously not as good as this near imperfection. Here this is actually a take. I don't believe it at all. Turns out it becomes a pass on plus plus. I mean, yeah. This double three, yeah, I should have found. That was a stupid play. I'm probably trying to overthink myself, which I have a case of doing, especially when I'm trying to analyze stuff while I'm talking, try to play perfectly. Here, I mean, look, you just have a better distribution of checkers. It's just not too hard to play. This is a difficult one, to be fair. Here I wanted to come out, but you don't really want to let him come in and hit you with the four. I'm much rather just come down, try to make your points. All right, 6-3, and this is the same mistake. I said it again when I wanted to do it in the stream there. You don't want to make the 5 point to make it a 10 point. You don't want to make the 5 point with the checkers on the 8 point. Is what I'm trying to say. You forced to break it to make it. Here's a nice too good. We talked about why that was the case. 5-4. Yeah, we found this one too. It's just better just to have the checker on the 4 point instead of the 2 point. Better for racing. So let's go to game 4. Game 5 is an easy pass. Game 6 now. Yeah, these are always tricky. And there's two mistakes. They're basically the same concept that I mucked up. The reason it's better to play like this is because you don't want him to allow him to enter and hit with the guys in the midpoint. You much rather him hit from the anchor, even if it rolls a 4-6 or something like that. And also, it's probably a little bit closer to home, even by bringing him down instead of bringing him out. Same concept here, really. So yeah, let's go on to the next game. Game 7. Too small, or that's the same game. What am I doing? Go to game 7. Okay, I'm showing it again. I wanted to see if I cleared those two plays if I beat him, but I didn't anyway. So there you go. You played. I mean, he's hard to beat at 1.1. I don't think I can manage to play that well. The best I can play is it's like a 1.07. A very rare occasion, but this guy seems to knock those out of the park when he has easy decisions all the time. It's impressive. It is impressive. Here, I should have played this. This is a stupid play again. Overthinking again. You want to just hit. You don't want to allow him to roll a 6 and a 1 just to hit me. Let's go to game 7. Game 7, hopefully he's played pretty well perfectly. And that's it. So game 7's played perfectly. Well played to Zdenek, who outplayed me in the well played to Zdenek, who outplayed me in both games actually, and we'll see you in the next one.